Vanchakalpatarubhashya kripa sindhudeva cha patitana pavanebhyo Vaishnava. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasati Gaur Bhakta. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram. Thank you very much for joining third day Nectar of Devotion. We are reading from Nectar of Devotion. So, yeah. Third day of preface we should complete today. So we read Nectar of Devotion. What is the meaning? Nectar of Devotion. Bhakti Ras Amrita Sindhu. Bhakti Ras Amrita Sindhu. Now, Prabhupada is explaining what is the flickering nature of love in this material love. We have tried so many different ways, but we have failed. We have failed to create peace and harmony in human society. Even by such great attempts as the United Nations, because we don't know the right method. Prabhupada said, this name is United Nations, but every year number of flag is increasing. Because we don't know what is the right method. The method is very simple, but one has to understand it with a cool head, not with a hot head. The Nectar of Devotion teaches all men how to perform the simple and natural method of loving Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Simple. It's difficult to love the big one. It's simple. It may be difficult to develop loving relationship with a small one, with virus, bacteria, with the ant. They cannot know how to. If you go to a zoo, want to develop loving relationship with the tiger, want to make garland, and you put inside in his stomach. You cannot develop loving relationship with a tiger. But is it difficult to develop loving relationship with the mother? In big person? Especially when the big person want to develop that relationship. So God want to develop that relationship. So what is the difficulty from our side? So the Nectar of Devotion teaches all men how to perform the simple and natural method of loving Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If you learn how to love Krishna, immediately and simultaneously love every living being. It is like pouring water on the root of a tree or supplying food to one's stomach. The method of pouring water on the root of a tree or supplying foodstuffs to the stomach is universally scientific and practical, as every one of us has experienced. Everyone knows well that when we eat something, or in other words, when we put foodstuffs in the stomach, the energy created by such action is immediately distributed throughout the whole body. Similarly, when we pour water on the root, the energy thus created is immediately distributed throughout the entire entirety of even the largest tree. It is not possible to water the tree part by part, nor is it possible to feed the different parts of the body separately. Srimad Bhagavatam mentioned nicely. Jatha Turumulo Nishachanano Tripunti Tat Skanda Bhujo Poshaka. Can you see this? Can you see Vedavis?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yes, Maharaj. Yes.
Jatha Turumulo Nishachanana Tripunti Tat Skanda Bhujo. You know all these verses, but if not, try to memorize this verse. Jatha like as Torur Mulo, root of the tree, Nishachanana, pouring water. Tripunti, satisfied. Tad skanda bhuju upashaka. Prano paracha jatendriyana. Tathaiva, tatha eva, like sing the same way. Sharva arhanam. You can worship everybody. Achyuta ijja. Simply by Achyuta ijja, simply by serving Achyuta. You are worshiping everybody. Sharvarhanam. As pouring water on the root of a tree energizes the trunk, branches, twigs, and everything else. And as supplying food to the stomach enlivens the senses and limbs of the body, simply worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead through devotional service automatically satisfies everybody. Sharvarana. Everybody means satisfy demigods by the parts of the Supreme Personality. This is from 4th canto, 31st chapter, for Narada's instruction, the Prachatas. The nectar of devotion will teach us how to turn the one switch that would immediately brighten everything, everywhere. One who does not know this method is missing the point of life. Just by clicking one button, will illuminate everything, whole house. Just developing loving relationship with Krishna, you can develop loving relationship with whole world. As far as material necessities are concerned, the human civilization at the present moment is very much advanced in living comfortably, but still we are not happy because we are missing the point. The same point Prabhupada mentioned in the first page of Srimad Bhagavatam Preface also. Material are developed so much. Material people are so much proud, we are developed. But what is the peace and prosperity? Number of divorce and number of suicide is increasing. Is this peace and prosperity? What is the problem? The material comfort of life alone are not sufficient to make us happy. The vivid example is America, the richest nation of the world, having all facilities for material comfort. Is producing a class of men completely confused and frustrated in life. I am herewith in such confused men to learn the art of devotional service as directed in the nectar of devotion. And I am sure that the fire of material existence burning with their hearts will be immediately extinguished. The root cause of our dissatisfaction is that our dormant loving propensity has not been fulfilled despite our great advancement in the materialistic way of life. The nectar of devotion will give us practical hints how we can live in this material world perfectly, engaged in devotional service, and thus fulfill all our desires in this life and the next. The nectar of devotion is not presented to condemn any of the materialistic life. Sometimes people may think, oh, devotees are unnecessarily criticizing and non-devotees. Is it the purpose? Just imagine, you have joined ISKCON for criticizing materialistic people. But sometimes we have to say like this. So people may think, oh, why are they unnecessarily criticizing the materialistic people? No, the not purpose of the devotee not to criticize the materialistic people. But devotee feel pity by seeing their arrogant nature. Mother, father, parents never criticize their children, but sometimes they share their lamentation. Why they are not listening? Why they are not listening? It is not criticized. The same way, when Srimad Bhagavatam or Nectar of Devotion is telling like that, it's not criticizing the materialistic of life, just simply telling the truth. If you follow this path, you are going, you will suffer perpetually. It's not for criticizing. Criticizing and correction is not the same. Criticize pollutes heart. Correction helps other. Here, the purpose of nectar of devotion not to criticize, to correct the situation of this world. People may misunderstand, oh, why they are criticizing. The nectar of devotion is not presented to condemn any of the materialistic life, but the attempt is to give information to religionists, philosophers, and people in general how to love Krishna. No, we are happy. Why are disturbing us? People may think, no, we are happy. Why are disturbing us? You may dissatisfied. That is why thinking everybody is unhappy. In that connection, Prabhupada has a nice lecture in Bhagavad Gita when he is explaining this world is dukkhalayam ashashyatam. So Prabhupada is saying the Americans, you Americans may say, oh, Swamiji, you are from India. You are suffering in America. And that is why I'm thinking whole world is suffering. You may be Indians are dukkhalayam. We are in Sukhalayam, very happy here. Prabhupada saying, no, sir. Next word is ashashyatam. If you think we are happy, but how long? Temporary. You may be happy in America now. Next life you may be a dog in African jungle. So that is the nature of this material world. Here, one may live without material discomfiture. Maybe they said, oh, I am happy. I don't know, I am not failure. You may be defeated by the material world. We are not. But at the same time, he should learn the art of loving Krishna. He may not be defeated by this, by his attempt of doing material progress. He may make aeroplane, computer, all these things. But that is not the goal of life. He should learn the art of loving Krishna. At the present moment, we are inventing so many ways to utilize our propensity to love, but factually, we are missing the real point. What is the real point? Krishna. We are watering all parts of the tree, but missing the tree's root. We are trying to keep our body fit by all means, but we are neglecting to supply foodstuffs to the stomach. We know this example is not new to anyone here in this audience, but we should know the fact. How to apply this message. Missing Krishna means missing oneself also. Very nice thing. Try to understand with the example. Missing Krishna means missing oneself. How? Missing Krishna means missing oneself. Just imagine. If you are a son of a king, you don't know you are son of a king. You are not missing your opulence. You respect everything you are not missing. If you miss, you are son of Krishna, but you don't know. In the same way, Krishna is our affection. Our lovable Father, we are his affectionate sons. Not knowing, we are losing that. That means not knowing Krishna, that means missing oneself also. How to do that? Prabhupada has given a nice example. Real self-realization and realization of Krishna go together simultaneously. Just try to understand this example, very important. You may need this example 100 times in your preaching. A real self-realization and realization of Krishna go together simultaneously. Before that example, reading, I am just giving. Like when I am seeing my hand. What I am seeing? I am seeing my hand.
Light.
In between eye and hand, there is light. Without seeing light, I cannot see my hand also. That means before seeing hand, I have to see light. I may not have noticed that. But when I see the light, after that I'm seeing the hand. Prabhupada is giving this example very nicely. For example, seeing oneself in the morning means seeing the sunshine also. Without seeing the sunshine, no one can see himself. Similarly, unless one has realized Krishna, there is no question of self-realization. The nectar of devotion is specifically presented for persons who are now engaged in Krishna consciousness movement. Again reading. The nectar of devotion is specifically presented for persons who are now engaged in Krishna consciousness movement. Yes. It is, you can easily understand, this book was not one for making new devotee. This nectar of devotion is specifically presented for persons who are now engaged in Krishna consciousness movement. Those are engaged for them. But don't misunderstand that we have finished all books, then we read nectar of devotion. If it was like that, you see, Prabhupada has written this book in 1970, 13th April 1970. And I am showing you another thing. See Bhagavad Gita. When Bhagavad Gita has written? Who knows? When Prabhupada has written Bhagavad Gita?
1972, Maharaj.
72.
71.
71 in Sydney.
12th May 1971, Sydney, Australia. So 12th May 1971 in Bhagavad Gita. And here, 13 months before, 13th April 1970, Nectar of Devotion. When Srila Prabhupada did in Krishna book? February 26, 1970. 26th February. That means 25 days before writing this book. So that means it goes together. It went together, both the books. So it is not that you have to finish all these books. After that, you read Chaitanya, Nectar of Devotion. It is not like that. Yes, subject matter is very deep, but Prabhupada said it is for the devotee, those who have Krishna consciousness. But Srila Prabhupada has given very simplified way. Anybody can understand. I beg to offer Prabhupada writing. I beg to offer my sincere thanks to all my friends and disciples for helping me to push forward the Krishna consciousness movement in the Western countries. And I beg to acknowledge with thanks the contribution made by my beloved disciple, Srimad Jayananda Brahmachari. Yeah, just imagine how many places Prabhupada has mentioned his disciples' name. How many places you have seen?
Govind, Govindada.
Srimad Jayananda Brahmachari, he is mentioning in the book. Prabhupada is mentioning disciples' name in the book. That means how much he was dear to Srila Prabhupada. When a spiritual master is thinking about his name, his contribution, then his life is successful. How he did this? By his humble service. I was hearing another lecture from today, Shishimad Jayapata Swami Guru Maharaj, in Bengali lecture, he gave 84, that means 84 means 39 years ago. He was telling, I was the son of millionaire. But when he joined in the temple, there is no money to run the temple. We used to work in a factory. And what is my activity? To hold two rods, to welding there. He said, as I was a son of a millionaire, multi-millionaire, I never touched this type of job. But after joining the temple, we have done all these things. So, this type of service they have done. Shishimad Jayapata Swami Guru Maharaj also mentioned, when he joined, he first met this Srimad Jayananda Brahmachari. He glorified in lectures so many times, Jayananda Brahmachari. And Prabhupada felt himself very indebted for his contribution. And Prabhupada mentioned his disappearance, they should be celebrated in ISKCON. His picture is put on Rathayatra card also. So we should serve in such a spiritual master also feel like that. Prabhupada say, my thanks are due as well to the directors of ISKCON Press, who have taken so much care in publishing this great literature. Hare Krishna. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, 13th April 1970, ISKCON headquarters. ISKCON headquarters in those days, 1970. Where? Los Angeles, California. 3764 Watsek Avenue. Hare Krishna. So this is, we took 3 days in preface. So tomorrow we'll start from introduction. I don't want to start today introduction. So some hand is raised. Radhika Sharpa.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, generally, we are understanding that after satisfying Krishna, everyone is happy. Just we are giving the examples of just loka. But how can we understand? Actually, we practically we feel it. Okay, we are getting the bliss. But for practically, how can any practical example you can share to anyone that he can understand? Any just practical example, Maharaj? How it can be?
Like, if you make happy to the king, president, prime minister, whole country will not be happy. If you do something, if you just do something and make the prime minister or president mad, what will happen to the country?
Okay, every people will criticize me.
If our president become mad, what will happen? Will the citizen be happy?
No.
No. And if you give some drug and he become mad, what will happen?
Yeah.
Just think in opposite way. If you make him peaceful, what will happen?
Okay.
Is it
Okay, right,
difficult to
Maharaj.
understand?
Okay, Maharaj.
Like Duryodhana, he became mad. That is why 64 crore people died. 640 million people died due to one man's bad decision. Ravan, due to one person's bad decision, whole Lanka vanished.
Just-
So if one person become mad, if like that, so if you can make happy to him in the same way, is God become happy, why whole world not be happy? God is maintaining whole world. If he be unhappy, whole world will be unhappy. And when he will be happy, whole world will be happy. Is it difficult to understand?
Then everyone. Right, Maharaj. Okay, Maharaj. Good, Maharaj.
Like you made nice thing. If you give someone, everyone will be happy. But if you give the same thing to prime minister and use a president, he will use his whole countryman, everybody will be happy.
Right, Maharaj.
Yeah.
Okay, Maharaj. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Rashwas Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj. I had a question regarding your statement about how nectar of devotion can be read by anyone, regardless of trying to read small books first is not necessary. My question is that
Can you say remove your headphone? Remove your headphone, not from head, from your.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah, Maharaj can hear. Hare Krishna. Maharaj, you said that there's no need for the order of reading small books to go nectar of devotion.
There are connection. That is why sound is coming like this. In your room, there are two connections.
Give me the headphones. Tell me you.
Okay, Rashekar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, as we read, like Prabhupada says that the nectar of devotion is specifically presented for persons who are now engaged in Krishna consciousness movement. I guess my question was, like, when devotees go out and distribute books, then shouldn't we distribute nectar of devotion, because mostly we're giving it out to I think people who do not know about Krishna consciousness movement. So
Uh,
I was just curious to find out.
There is no harm because in Nectar of Devotion, who is Krishna is not mentioned in the very beginning. Love Krishna, start from there. Other book, Prabhupada said, who is Krishna? Why Krishna is God? Why should love him? But Nectar of Devotion, Prabhupada started love Krishna. People are questions, who is Krishna? Why should love him? So, but Prabhupada's book is so powerful. If you read it, you try to find out who is Krishna, telling about all is Krishna, Krishna, who is that? He tried to find out other book also.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Krishna Maharaj, I
Guru
remember.
Maharaj, first book, read this Nectar of Devotion. And when you're going to distribute book, you cannot think that everyone is non-devotee, nobody knows Krishna. Like you come into Krishna consciousness, it does not mean that you never heard the name of Krishna. So better give other books first. But for us, we should read. Okay, Shamchandra Krishna. Before that, if Rashara's Krishna is ready. Can you try?
It's not ready.
Ready.
Can you hear me, Maharaj? Hare Krishna?
Okay. Then we try to understand. Well,
Maharaj, am I audible? Maharaj, Hare Krishna?
audible, but not clear. Tell, yeah, I can understand.
Try and speak. Maharaj, you said about how Nectar of Devotion doesn't have to be read in order. Is that regarding our own personal sadhana as well? Or is that just like when we're listening to the class, we can listen obviously to Nectar of Devotion?
No, I didn't follow it. What is the first line? Nectar Devotion?
Should we consider reading Nectar of Devotion without reading the small books, even in our own sadhana? Or is it just in public sessions?
Prabhupada mentioned those who accepted Krishna consciousness for them. Those who accepted Krishna as the God. That's it. Sadhana, there is no limit. And who is limit to reach after that? Because in Nectar of Devotion, how to do sadhana? Sadhana bhakti, then bhav bhakti, prem bhakti, then only from how you learn all these things. We have to do sadhana from how you learn. Like, we have to do sadhana. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. From how you learn. That is written in Bhakti Rasamrita. Satatam smattabhya Vishnu smattam. That is written in Bhakti Rasamrita. At least those who have accepted Krishna as God, we can read. Okay? Okay, Shamchandra Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much for such a wonderful class, Maharaj ji. महाराज जी, मेरा एक प्रश्न था और एक राजशेखर प्रभु जी ने जो प्रश्न पूछा था एक्चुअली गुरु महाराज से. Oh, okay. So I just wanted to ask one question, Maharaj, but before that I also wanted to comment upon the question that Rajshekar Prabhu asked about Nectar of Devotion, because Guru Maharaj in US answered that question in Los Angeles temple. Somebody asked very similar question that can we sell Nectar of Devotion in a when we are doing book distribution. So Maharaj said that it is better to sell the small books or Bhagavad Gita or Krishna book initially. But Maharaj also said that, but if you know, like me, somebody is in the quest of spirituality, somebody who is searching for spirituality in life, and he's really sincere, then you can give Nectar of Devotion. Otherwise, Nectar of Devotion should not be given straight away, because they will not understand the book and it may actually move them away. So that is what I heard Guru Maharaj saying in Los Angeles Temple, Maharajji.
Yeah, nice. Thank you.
Maharajji, I wanted to ask a question about Jadev Brahmachari that Prabhupada writes in the end where he wants to thank him.
Jayananda.
Jayananda Brahmachari. So Maharajji, can you tell us some of his contribution or give some pastimes so that we can understand that how can we contribute? I've seen in Question of Mercy also Guru Maharaj mentioning the names of Raga Manjari Mataji and few devotees, which is so nice. So if you can also tell something about Jayananda Prabhu.
He was the temple president and he is the person who first made the Ratha in ISKCON history. In West, they have never seen Ratha, he made. And being a temple president, he used to do all the services. Once upon a time, one person asked, who is the temple president here? He was like cleaning something. He said, okay, I'm calling him from inside. He went inside and this stuff and again come back. He was that simple person. And he used to work outside as a truck taxi driver for earning money to run this temple. Also, he was suffering from a disease and his father used to send him money for this treatment. But he did not use that money. He used to give it to Srila Prabhupada. Just imagine how a spiritual master is. He is not, that money, by not treating him, he is so expert. Shishima Jayapatasham Guru Maharaj mentioned when he first went, he saw Chaitanya Maharaj making Rath cart. So Maharaj, Shishima Jayapatasham Guru Maharaj went. So he said, okay, can you help me? First day he just went without philosophy. He engaged in making Rath. Can you help me? Now put this nail here and just one day, he once, he said, whoa, you're a professional carpenter. He praised it so much. And okay, as some other work, you should continue this. He was so expert in engaging other devotees. A lot of glories of Jayananda Prabhu. Do you know anything? I want to add something? Okay. Sure.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Sure, Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Do you want to go? Hare Krishna Maharaj. Am I audible? Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam Maharaj. My question is from Bhagavad Gita. Actually, this is the portal from where we can ask you questions. So this is regarding 7.27. Ichha dvesh samuttena dvandva mohena bharata sarvabhutani samoha sarge yanti parantapa. Maharaj, so here Ichha and dvesh, these two elements does not allow an individual to actually come closer to Krishna or please Krishna. So Maharaj, my question is, when we talk about Ichha, then Maharaj, to what extent our Ichha we should suffice? Whether it can be like my likes and dislikes should not matter at all, or should I, if I'm wanting to drink water, I should avoid drinking water. If I'm wanting to eat some good food, I should, my desires basically.
Yeah, Ichha means self-desire. Nobody can give up Ichha. You should Ichha, the desire should for Krishna's desire. I should drink water because I should be healthy so that I can serve Krishna. So that Ichha is not condemned. Here Ichha means no material Ichha. No Ichha for no Ichha, no planning for one's sense gratification. You have to plan, you have to do Ichha, desire for Krishna's pleasure. Ichha desh means when this word is coming, that means Ichha for my sense gratification, Desh for Desh envy, for my satisfaction. Want to give up that part.
Maharaj means for bodily platform, whatever we are aspiring for ourselves, we should not consider.
This body used for Krishna's service, then for maintain your Krishna. This body, because it's Krishna's instrument, so what is the problem?
Hmm.
When you have given your body to Krishna, then maintain the body as Krishna's machine.
Yes, Maharaj. Can understand now. Thank you, Maharaj.
Okay. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. One thing, like, it is not that I am explaining so much, but it will give us so much benefit. Like, what is the benefit? We'll able to read every day. We'll able to read in same time. Eating same time is good for health. Reading same time also good for health. And reading same amount, that is also good for health. So everyday reading, same time and same amount. And keeping patience. Reading, oh, what is this? For preface, 3 days. Wow. Who will read? Intellectual person like here, Saurabh Krishna Prabhu, here Giridas Prabhu, this intellectual person, who will take 3 days for reading preface. No intelligent person will take 3 days. But we should control. No. Take time, read and relish. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki, Granthara Srimad, Nectar of Devotion ki.
Krishna, Dandavad.
Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.